Last video, we did the step 1 and 2 of the Node-RED Slackbot for the Watson Assistant solutions. We made an echo node make the 1 and 2 integrated. And in this video, we will focus on number 3. As you can see, the picture is already changed. I already put the Node-RED flow here. Number 3 is actually is a HTTP request node to call the HTTP post to the Watson Assistant solutions. First of all, where we get this HTTP post information, that is come from the admin console for the Watson Assistant solutions. Here it is, and this is a admin console. I think we introduced in the previous video. And here is the testing. You can ask a bunch of questions. What is this time now? Yeah, you can get the time. This is Las Vegas time. Looks like the demo is for the Las Vegas. And if you scroll down, and there are API collections. The one API we're going to use today is Conversation API. If you click to the Swagger page and to get the definitions, the first one is what we used, a send a request to skiers in the specific skill set. So when we take a look and we click try it out and say hello, and the skier is industry. Why it is industry? It is come from the console. If you see the console, we have the industry. And also if you go to the skiers, you can see the skier set the industry. Okay, so then when we do the execution, they will give the sample examples. Here is the URL. So we will use it. And also here is the response body. How's the response looks like. And you can see the hierarchy of the response and where can we get the data. And actually this is the response for the evaluation, and this is the response for the conversation. So here you can see the hierarchy here. Now let's go back to the flow and take a look. Okay, this is an echo bot. So the first thing we need to do is that we don't need this one. We need to open this one, right? And we need to take a HTTP request here. Then we need to have a function node doing something like a transform request. That's a typical thing for the middleware. And also another function node is doing the transform response. And after the request come out, we need to force it as a JSON object. In this way, we can make sure it can be passed and used. Right? And we make everything connected. And of course, this is debug node, and it doesn't matter. So if you can see this diagram, and it's identical as I posted here. Okay, now we need to fill in the blanks. First of all, we need to get the URL. The URL is from the Swagger, but I do have a cheat sheet, which including the development key also, API key also. First of all, this is a post method. If you want to double check here is a post method. So post. Nothing else need to change for the request node. And for the transform the request. And I also have a cheat sheet here. Okay, basically this one we will make our input for the request node. Right? Input include the payload and include the headers, which is consistent with the Swagger definitions. So this is going to be the input. So that's all we made. And click OK. And after this come from the request, we need to get a response. So the response, we need to transform the complex response from the was return and to a simple string. And it's also on the cheat sheet. Yeah, this is very easy. We just gather the whatever data we need to return back to the Slackbot. Okay. Now we get it deployed and give a try. We first of all say hello. Okay, how can I help you today? What time is it? Oh. How's the temperature in New York? What is Chicago? Oh, okay. Yeah, but it's approved that it's been connected. Okay. So let's conclude the demonstration of the end-to-end integration from the Slackbot and to the middleware which we develop and to the Watson assistants. In the next video, we will make some story on the Watson assistants, probably get more excited skiers connected.